Dialog Schools Rugby action back live on Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel. St. Joseph's College hosts St. Thomas's College in this opening fixture of the plate segment. We're live from the CRNFC grounds here in Colombo. It's a beautiful day out here as the hosts St. Joseph's coming into this game as the holders of the Lady Jayathilaka Memorial Shield. As St. Thomas's will look to try and take back the silverware which they lost last year at Mount Lavinia. Junior games happening right now as I welcome Abid Jamil to the combox. A very good afternoon to you, Abid.
Good afternoon, Reshwan, and good afternoon to everyone joined in on the Papare. We had a rest week. We, the spectators, got a chance to catch our breath, and also the boys got a well-deserved rest, but now it's 4 weeks on the trot with interesting rugby action coming up, but also it's going to be very intense, Reshwan.
Surely everyone playing for something. These two teams will battle it out in the plate segment. St. Joseph's currently sitting at the top. They're taking all their points with them into this second round. As we take a look at the weather forecast for this evening, there's been some rain earlier in the day. Passing showers have really set this playing field quite beautiful here at London Place. So hopefully the weather gods will be kind to us and the rains will stay away throughout the important 70 minutes that will be played out between these two teams. It's a pleasant day out here. Thursday evening footy surely will be one interesting watch for all the neutrals.
Well, despite it being a working day, you see the spectators gathering here at the CRNFC ground. This is how the final week of the first round finished. St. Peter's College got the better of Wesley College with a last-minute try. Zahira College, there was a bit of a scare from Thurston, but in the end they managed to win that game. Royal College and St. Thomas's. Now this is the game that's going to hurt St. Thomas's, and how they come back after that win will be decided from today's game. DS got the better of Rugby College. A close game, DS, but in the end getting their first win of the season. Ananda have played very well and notched up a win against Maradana College. They'll battle it out in the plate segment as well. 41 points to 10 is how the game between St. Joseph's and Prince of Wales went at this very ground, and the Josephians will want to try and continue their good fortunes here. Kingswood and Science, a very, very close game in that group that was undecided, Reshwan, right up until the last week. And then Trinity College, of course, ran riot against Isipatana. And Sri Sumangala College came from behind to beat St. Anthony's, and both those teams too will be in the plate segment. And it's a segment, Reshwan, that has teams that would have wanted to be in the cup, but teams that are happy that aren't in the bowl.
Indeed, Abid, we've been talking about St. Thomas's College. They are in the plate segment after losing to Royal in that final game of that first round of the Dialog Schools Rugby League. As you take a look at the fixtures lined up for this week, it's Wesley College hosting Trinity College at Havelock Park tomorrow, and that will be one brilliant game of rugby that will await us as Prince of Wales College will host DSN and Naga College in the opening fixture of that bowl segment, and then plate segment action will move to the Hill Capital as St. Anthony's College hosts Thurston College in what promises to be a very, very important test for Thurston College on the road. On Saturday, the 6th of June, St. Peter's College will host the Tankers Zahira College, who have had a very impressive first round of the Dialog Schools Rugby League and will want to continue their run against a very well-set Peterite outfit at Bambala Pitya. Isipatana College will host Royal College at Havelock Park, which will be quite a thriller and will be a packed Havelock Park as Isipatana College will hope. Sri Sumangala College will host Ananda College in Pallakale in that plate segment game, and a couple of bowl segment games on Sunday to wrap up week 6 of this Dialog Schools Rugby League 2026.
Well, every one of these weeks are going to be important, Reshwan. Come from the first week right up until the very end of the Super Round. Nothing is decided yet, everything to play for. So what we'll do now is we'll cross over for a quick commercial break, but we'll see you on the other side with team news and live action. Don't go anywhere.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Mentos, yes to fresh.
Let's KFC!
Making moments special. Most value for money from KFC.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න. ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
When the world says no access.
Or this is not for you.
And it can't be done. Just say, I can.
Pure, naturally healthy American water. Live more.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
දවසම fresh වෙන්න. O3 Spirit and Freedom perfumed body spray.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න. ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Yes to fresh.
Captain Cool, Captain Cool, Captain Cool.
අවුව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි Dettol Icy Cool.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
අවුව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි Dettol Icy Cool. අවුවත් එක්ක ඇති වෙන දාඩිය නිසා හැදෙන විෂ බීජ වලින් ආරක්ෂා කර ඔබේ ඇඟ 3 ගුණයකින් කූල් කරයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
LG Dual Cool Inverter බයෝසමනයන්ත්‍ර 70ක් දක්වා විදුලි ඉතිරි කරමින් රුපියල් 2,19,990ක් වැනි අදාහගත නායක තීමනාවකට අභාන්සුවටම පමණයි.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි. නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න. ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
දවසම refresh වෙන්න train එකට go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Yes to fresh.
වාජ්‍ය සේවක ඔබට විශේෂී දීමනාවක් ඕනෑම ස්මාර්ට්ෆෝන් එකක් මාස 12න් ටික ටික ගෙවන්න ගන්න. අවම මූලික ගෙවීම රුපියල් 6550 සිට ඔබ ළඟම බාන්ස් එකට යන්න.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Welcome back to the live pictures here from London Place. It's a game between St. Joseph's College and St. Thomas's College. Both teams prep on either sides of this London Place pitch. As we take a look at crowds gathering in here. It's a Thursday evening, and surely the crowds will gather as the evening goes on. As we take a look at the points table, Abid.
Well, Group 1A was Trinity College's group. 30 points, 5 games played, 5 bonus points. They ran away with that group. Isipatana College were in the running to top that group right up until the last week that they met Trinity. St. Anthony's College and Sri Subangala College play in the play with DS Tirunayaka College and Lumbini College in the
This is the group where St. Joseph's College did play. They did end up on that third spot after going down to St. Peter's and Wesley College. And they took Anand College with them. And that win against Anand has really helped them to take all 6 points going into this plate segment. And sitting at the bottom of the table, Mahanam College and Prince of Wales College will battle it out in the bowls segment. This was that group of death with Zaira College topping it with equaling points together with the Royal College, but that head-to-head battle, Zaira College coming on top at Royal Complex. And that was probably one of the best games in that first round of the Dialog Schools Rugby League 2026. And Thomas's College missed out on that top 2 spot after losing to Thurston College and Royal College. And that both those losses came the first week and the final week of the Dialog Schools Rugby League. And that's why we see St. Thomas's College battling it out in that plate segment.
But the third group was the group that was the most contested, but also the group in terms of quality of rugby didn't really match the expectations that the other groups matched, which St. Thomas's College were also a part of St. Joseph's. We'll be very happy. Like Reshwan said, they take forward the points, and for anyone who is watching and not sure how the points are carried forward, this is how the points are carried forward. You carry the points forward of the team that is in the same segment as you and the team that was in the same group as you as well. So St. Joseph's carry forward the points against Ananda College into the plate. So they have the 6 points, which Sri Sumangala also carrying points forward in that game against St. Anthony's College. They have 6 points as well. Thurston College also carry points forward, Reshwan, and that was the game against St. Thomas's College, and that is something that the Thomians won't be too happy about.
Indeed, they'll want to change that and they'll need a win here against St. Joseph's College, and a win here can find themselves in the top of the table in this plate segment. But plenty to play for the likes of St. Thomas's College, especially in today's game. This first game of the plate segment will really set the tone for the matches to follow as well. So a big game coming up on Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare. As we take a look at the top point scorers in the Dialog Schools Rugby League 2026, heading into the second round. Nimantha Sandeep of Isipatana College with 55 points. Ammar Faizal with 47 points from Trinity College. Danet Chamudita 46 points. Sachin Dinduwara 45, and Mayank Dice, who will see him in action in a couple of hours, in the next couple of hours rather, as we take a look at the top try scorers. The 2 skippers from St. Peter's College and Trinity College, Shenuka Pereira and Shan Altaf, shares the top spot with 7 tries, with Ashara Madugaske with 6 tries, with Dinuka Jayasundar as well with 6, and Netsan Mantusha and Nevit Meunaka share the spot with 5 tries apiece.
Well, all the boys that are on that score sheet will be happy that they are there, but it's always a team performance that gets you the tries and also the points as well. You saw Dinesh Chamudita on that sheet, Reshwan. He scored 123 points last season, didn't play the first few games in this season, but still has 46 points. He's really been a revelation, and he is in this segment as well.
Indeed, see more of him in the plate segment, so one player to watch out for. But as both teams prepare for this all-important game, we'll head into yet another commercial break and be back with live action on the other side.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Built to withstand every season. Modern designs, elegant finishes, made to match your style. Alumex handrails, Sri Lanka's #1 and the most trusted aluminium brand.
Abans fridge kiyanne Abans fridge kiyanne bawulata harima fridge ekak Abans family ekata hariyana ape rate fridge එක.
Pain can pause your active life. Get the all-new Woo Pain Relief Spray for fast, long-lasting pain relief.
For passion, a competitive spirit is for the night owls, the hard workers. It's for those who do and want to keep doing. Right, real energy.
Introducing the 2025 TVS Apache RTR 204V.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සහතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වගකීමක් ඇති Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
Kitchen එක abans කරන්නේ දැන් wife උත් happy එකේ ඉන්නේ. Wife happy කරන්නේ. Kitchen එක abans කරන්නේ.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් Swiss Tech නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. Swiss Tech ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
හඳුන්වාදන Keys Crest Ultimate Crispy Chicken Experience එක. ක්‍රන්චි කටගැස්මකට Crispy Chicken Thai, Spicy Vibe එකට Spicy Crispy Chicken Strip, ෂෙයා කරන් කන්න Crispy Chicken Popcorn, රස ඩබල් කරන barbecue sauce සමග Keys Crest Ultimate Crispy Chicken Experience එක.
එයාව හැල්ල බලන්න class එකට go.
Black Night Go Pocket Perfume Youth එකට go එකක්.
Love Rugby,
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi, Fun Tamari. Love Rugby,
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi, Fun Tamari. Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun Tamari.
එතකොට මහත්තයාරුනේ ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් ග්‍රවුට් වෝටර්ප්‍රූෆින් ස්කිම් කොට්නේ
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස්ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස්ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun Tamari.
Welcome back to the live action here from London Place. As we are all in readiness for this played segment encounter between St. Joseph's College and St. Thomas's College, playing for the Lady Jaitilaka Memorial Shield. The holders St. Joseph's College hosting St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia, here at London Place. A decent crowd in already present here at the CRNFC grounds. Being a Thursday evening, we hope more seats will be filled here, as this game will really set the tone in this played segment. St. Joseph's College currently topping the group, want to be there at the end of this evening as well.
This is the Thomian lineup for today. A couple of changes in terms of positions. Vishwa Aryavansa, Aman Imran and Vishwa Akash continue in the forwards. Indunet Bandara comes into the second row alongside Jehan Vanigasuriya, who poses a line-out threat. Romit Vijay has been brilliant in defence of his flank. Tisha Aluihara will play on the other flank with the captain Makail Karunaratne, who had a stellar game against Royal College. Will look to try and continue his good form. Archer Mendes has Udan Bulatsingalage this week as his half combination. I think that's where Bulat Singalage should be playing in this Thomian outfit, with Mayank Dias dropping to fullback. Chanut Ahliyegoda comes into the starting lineup and will play alongside Zaidan Akbar. Rehan Varnasuriya has been a good performer for St. Thomas's College, and the way he finishes alongside Sabri Nizran will really show what the Thomians will have in this game. Jayasena, Reginald, Mugundan, Simon, Fernando, Pieratna, Albert, Dammage, Nawaz and Karavita, who drops from 15 to the bench.
And for the host, ever trusted in that front row, Sathira Gunathilaka keeps his position with Yumet Daluwat jotting in at that hooker position with Dion Peters continuing to start at that number 1 jersey. Sitanga Lienege and Heshita Mendes will be in that second row, with skipper Ino Silva in that number 8 position, and Cristiano Anthony and youngster Rian Javardhana back in that starting 15 for St. Joseph's College. Akshan Rashmidu and Nisit will combine in that half combination with Dion Fernando and Shavin D'Souza in the centre combination for St. Joseph's College. Brian Fernando will play at fullback together with Hirusha Manahar and Tikshana Jai Singh, who will form the 15 for St. Joseph's College in this all-important plate encounter, and played for a trophy as well for the Lady Jaitilaka Memorial Shield. So plenty at stake here as the holders St. Joseph's College, led by Inosh Silva, will walk out in this all-important encounter. Blue, white and blue flag across the blue, black and blue flag, where Mikael Karunaratne will rally his troops coming out of that flag, and a big game here to kick-start this second round of the Dialog Schools Rugby League 2026. It's a played segment fixture. St. Joseph's College won the Shield last year at Mount Lavinia. They look to retain it this evening, but they'll have to do a lot of hard work against this Thomian outfit.
There is a Thomian outfit that had to say goodbye to the Gunaratna. Will they be able to get the Jayatilaka today? That's going to be the big question. But for the Josephians, they have a task on their hand, Reshwan, and that is to make sure that the Lady Jayatilaka shield stays at Dali Road. And the boys on your screen right now will know that they have their work cut out as the sun starts blazing down on this Longton Place turf. The teams with their final huddles until they're called for the school songs. How do you see this game going, Reshwan? It's going to be an interesting one. The Thomians have a couple of good forwards. Their defense is very good. They've got players in the line. But for St. Joseph's, where do you see them playing this game?
Well, I think it will be the set of forwards who will really change the momentum of this game. St. Thomas's College will want to make amends coming into this played segment. Prior to the start of this season, we all expected the Thomians to probably finish in that cup segment positions, but that loss, that opening week to Thurston College have really put a setback in this season for them. And then in that final game of the season, they went down to their rivals Royal College. That first week and the final week have really let down this Thomian outfit. So they'll have one thing in their mind, Abid, to go back with probably a plate championship. But they'll have to do it the hard way. They're coming into the plate segment with just the 2 points. And those 2 points coming off in that loss against Thurston College. Losing bonus point and that 4-try bonus point coming the way of the Thomians. Really give them some life heading into this plate segment. But on the other hand, St. Joseph's College actually did speak, coming into this plate segment with all 6 points after that win against Anand College in that first week. So plenty to play for both sides, as the dignitaries will be introduced to the two teams.
If the Thomians are able to upset the Josephians today, really blow the plate championship wide open. Josephians currently right on top. Thomian victory would mean that the Thomians would momentarily go right to the top because they have the 2 points, the losing bonus point as well as the 4-try bonus point.
Indeed, this game, not only for these two teams that are important, but for the other teams in this plate segment. We'll watch on this game. Surely we'll want the Thomians try and get the points here. St. Joseph's College, after that big win against Prince of Wales College here at CRNFC in that final week of the first round, they look to continue their momentum going into this encounter against the Thomians. St. Thomas's College have the more wins in this tally in the Lady Jayatilaka Memorial Shield. They look to add one more after that loss last time out at home conditions. Played each other in 66 occasions. St. Thomas has gone over to win 45 games. St. Joseph's just the 18. As you take a look at the match officials for this evening, main referee on your screens, referee Callum Sandharuwan is assisted by Gian Yatavara and Charnili again. Experienced panel of referees on show as both teams huddle up for one final time ahead of a very important 70 minutes here at London Place. The weather has stayed put, and players will hope that it will continue this way as the evening goes on.
How the weather holds up will determine what kind of a game this is going to be. Is it going to be forwards heavy? Is it going to be tactical kicking heavy? The rain will decide that, but it's a bit... The turf should be a bit damp here at Longton Place.
Conditions will really come into play. Junior games did happen prior to this first 15 game. But it will be the holders of this Lady Jayatillaka Memorial Shade who will kick things off. This opening game of this plate segment. Nisitta will kick things off for St. Joseph's College from right to left on your screens.
70 minutes between St. Thomas's College and St. Joseph's College will decide who takes the Lady Jayatillaka Shield. And right from the restart, the Josephians have forced an error on the Thomians, and there's going to be a scrum coming up early on. Good kickoff from St. Joseph's, but the chase was very good there, Eshwan. Put the Thomians under a lot of pressure, and they've won themselves a scrum early on.
As we take a look at yet another replay of that restart. A good high-hanging kick. Not being able to collect that cleanly has given St. Joseph's a scrum in their favour.
Alvihar the guilty party on that occasion. Here's Nisit playing at fly half. A little bit of a gap opening up for the Josephians early on. Brian Fernando takes it into the 22 for the Josephians. Lienage with a carry. And now short ball once again for Brian Fernando. He's carried twice in this phase. Here's Rian Jayawardena. Steps back in and nicely presents it for the Josephians to continue their attack. Inosh Silva, the captain, with his first carry of the game. Thomian defense is rushing up fast on the Josephian attack. Aswell goes digging for it, but this time Tisha Alvihara redeems himself of the mistake with that good tackle. Shavin D'Souza takes it forward, and now the Thomians have been caught offside. May have been a bit too eager in these early stages. Nisit with a little chip, but well covered in the end by the Thomians, but will go back for a penalty. And a penalty early on, Reshwan, for the Josephians. What do you think they should do from here? It's right in front of the sticks, and here's a big option coming up.
I think this early on, going at the post will be the right option for St. Joseph's College, but St. Joseph's College have opted to for a scrum. Very interesting call coming in from St. Joseph's College. And they'll hope that it will not come back to bite them. Those 3 points were well and surely on offer in very much kicking range. Yet another Kawani scrum the way of St. Joseph's.
Akshan Rashmida into the scrum. Here's Inosh Silva who breaks on the short side, but a good tackle coming in there from Romit Vijay Singh. Taluatta with a carry. Now Rashmida finds his centre. Ball goes out to Brian Fernando, but good defence coming up from the Thomians. Rehan Varnasuri on that occasion. Short pass in for Mendes. The Josephian attack is only going backwards. The Thomian defence is coming up strong. And the ball was out there, so Aman Imran had all the right to hit the scrum off on that occasion. The Josephians still haven't been able to answer the Thomian rush defense. As now Dion Fernando takes it forward. Here's Rian Jayawardena who spots a bit of space, steps, and Rian Jayawardena. He's enjoying that one. They needed a moment of brilliance, and Jayawardena provides it. The first Amana Bank try of this plate championship encounter.
Brilliant from Rian Jayawardena. Comes off from injury, and he scored inside 4 minutes for the Josephians here. That gambling going for the scrum has helped St. Joseph's to take all 5 points with the conversion to follow. And Rian Jayawardena, brilliant from the youngster. He went off early in that St. Peter's game, And he's come off and started this game on a high. Rian Javardhan goes right under the post to make life quite easy for the conversion as well. The goal conversion successful off your screens. As St. Joseph's College will go back with all 7 points inside 4.5 minutes.
Well, the Thomian rush defense was pretty good, but their fringe defense was just not good at all there. Zaidan Akbar needed to be right next to that ruck and folded too fast. It's always around the breakdown that you have to be mindful first before you get your defenses up. The Thomians will want to try and kick this one deep. As Akbar smashes it into the 22. Ball. Not a clean collection from Dion Fernando as the Thomian defense comes up once again.
Get back, get back.
Now they'll want to force the Josephians in their own half. Short passes from the Josephians, living dangerously here, but now here's a gap opening up for the Josephians. They need to link up. Just losing his footing there. Halligan over the ball and wins the penalty. Good stuff from the centre. But the Josephians trying to swing it in their own half. Reshwan not paying off on that occasion.
Meet back, number 9.
Did all the right work. But I think conditions really coming into play, Abid, on that occasion.
Time off. Me.
And the call being forward for another 10 meters. So Brian Fernando in some discomfort. He's being looked by the physios from that Josephine outfit. Brian Fernando probably stamping his foot onto that ground. Just not helping the cause, the conditions. As you did mention, Abid, conditions really will come into play as the game goes on. We've had plenty of showers. Not very long showers, but passing showers that have really caused some trouble to the playing turf here. But I think it's been really beautifully kept here, the playing surface here at London Place. The ground staff has really put in the hard yards. Callum Sandruan having a word with the Josephian skipper Inosha Silva and their halfback Akshan Rashmid. Penalty coming the way of St. Thomas's. They'll put this one into touch.
Interesting stuff from the Josephians to run it from their own half. Reshwan. The passes that were thrown as well seemed like they were skating on thin ice when they were passing those little quick ones in their own half as the Thomians knock it out into touch. And here's an important line out coming up.
First Rexona line out in the game. St. Thomas's College will want to get this one right. Not contested by St. Joseph's.
Vaniga Surya collects off the line out and they set them all up off this first Rexona line out. That just might be through the sides as Makai Karunaratna holds it strong for the Thomians, and the forwards get the first score for St. Thomas's. Aman Imran comes up with the ball, and that's the first Amana Bank try of the game. And the forwards coach of St. Thomas's, Suiru Anthony, will be very happy with that one.
Indeed, brilliant work. Aman Imran making no mistake. St. Thomas's College have responded well, responded in quick time as well. Josephian Mall defense were in shambles. just too good, this
12 seconds.
forward set of St. Thomas College. I think that will be the battle as the game goes on. As Mayanka Dias misses out on that goal conversion. So slender 2-point lead for St. Joseph's College heading into the 8th minute.
No goal conversion from Mayanka Dias, so a 2-point margin still. Here's a try once again. There was a clear entry from the sides there from Gunatilaka, but the Thomians were deprived of maybe a penalty try against Royal College. This time somehow get themselves over and dot the ball down. Very well set ball from St. Thomas's. Pretty bipolar weather here in Colombo. Rains for 5 minutes. The sun blazes down for about 40 minutes, and that 5-minute rain is enough to completely change what this game of rugby will be like, as the Thomians this time collect well through Wanika Surya off the kickoff. Archer Mendes hits the try scorer Aman Imran. Tad isolated there for a second, as the Josephians may have just turned this one over. St. Thomas's need to be better when it comes to the breakdown. Here's a chance for St. Joseph's College, and a little gap opens up in the Thomian defense. Defense from both teams has been a problem, and Shavin D'Souza goes through to score the try. Well, you have to ask, where was the Thomian defense? Where was the Thomian drift defense? As D'Souza just sneaks through the slightest of gaps to score that second Amana Bank try.
Indeed, brilliant show and go from D'Souza. Gives his first Amana Bank try in the game, and the second one for St. Joseph's College. And just the response the host needed. And just like that, the Josephians secure a 7-point lead, with the Brian Fernando in some discomfort. Looks like Brian Fernando will be limped off the field, and St. Joseph's College will really miss him with this kicks. As in place to take this conversion, Nisit. He misses out on a couple of points. A goal conversion going astray for St. Joseph's. But they won't matter that. They have a 7-point lead.
Here's a replay of that try once again. Just look at D'Souza go, and just look at the way Zaidan Akbar just wanted to feel how the jersey material was from the Josephians. Had to go down low and get that tackle there. That was his man. And he'll have only himself to blame for that try, as the Josephians go up 7 points, and it's 12 points to 5 now, as an important playmaker Brian Fernando leaves the park for the Josephians. Here's a restart once again.
That could be a big moment in the game, Abid. Brian Fernando has been ever present for all the good things St. Joseph's have done throughout this season. St. Joseph's now once again looking to run from their own 22. Managed to gain some meters. Done well to keep that ball alive.
Ball generally travels faster in the air than through the hands, and the Josephians are keeping it in close quarters, staying in this part of the pitch. Conceded 5 points, but they have the penalty coming. As now they resort to the boot, and they'll come back for the penalty. Second offside infringement from the Thomians. So their defense in open play has been a concern so far. Not too sure why the Josephians don't want to get out of their own half. This time they get a chance to through a penalty, as Nisit Aswell kicks it into touch. Not a lot of meters on that kick, but this time they get out of their 22.
Indeed, was an important touch finder for St. Joseph's. Missing their regular kicker, Brian Fernando. So big boots to fill in for Nisit. It'll be a massive moment in the game. Brian Fernando going off for the Josephians. Nevertheless, Jumetta Daluat will throw this one into that Rexona line out. Collected well by skipper Silva, but not straight is the call from referee Callum Sundarwan.
Be an interesting replay, that one. I thought maybe the skipper Inosh Silva caught that on the right side. Well, it's a bit of an interesting one. Not too sure how straight he could have thrown that one. As Archer Mendes feeds it into the scrum that the Thomians have got. Makal Karunaratne breaks and with a big carry takes them forward and gets good go-ahead ball for the Thomians as Indunet Bandara now takes them into the 22. Pot of forwards didn't want to take that ball at all as Archer Mendes is playing on a knock-on advantage. Here's Mayanka Dias and this is where that boy is most dangerous. Jayawardena lost his footing there. I don't think he could take the ball there. Yeah, loses his footing. Archer Mendes takes it quickly. No good defense from the Josephians. Now the counter-attack is very good. But Makal Karunaratne just sweeps the ball up in time. It's now the Thomians go through the fringes to Tisha Alvihara. Vishwaryavancha now takes it forward. Now Mendes hits a winning run and it's Chanuta Heliagoda who is always a difficult customer to carry. Imran, the try scorer, looking for his second Amana Bank try in quick succession. Aman Imran might just be held up there, but he somehow releases the ball in the thick of time for the Thomians, and this time it just might be held up. So the Josephian defense holds on, but holds on just momentarily. It don't seem like they're making the correct tackles, Reshwan.
Indeed, it's been a very big area of concern in this initial first 15 minutes from St. Joseph's College. The defense haven't been at the best. I think both teams have left their defensive work out in the park. Good collection just outside the 22. St. Thomas's now look to use their heavy forwards who have done bulk of the work in these opening 15 minutes. Good work coming in from Daluat.
Bulat Singalage playing at 10 today. This time gets the pass away to Zaidan Akbar, who clears it up in the end of the turf. Archer Mendes now off the base for the Thomians. Hits his prop forward Vishwa Akash. Have two playmakers on either side of the pitch there. Mayanka Dias starting in at first receiver for the Thomians. Now it's Dias once again at first receiver. Bulat Singalage takes it. Ahaliagora needs to send that pass out. Now dropping it off the turf. Now here's a chance for a counter-attack. St. Joseph's
release.
got the ball back.
Number 9.
Advantage.
Number 9.
Once again.
Offside.
And it's the third offside infringement from the Thomians in just 15 minutes.
Well, that will be an area of concern for St. Thomas's College. 3 offside calls going against them. They'll have to get their act right, or will really test the referee's patience here.
Thought maybe a quick kick from here from the Josephians would have been good, because not everyone had dropped down to their positions from the Thomians.
Rexona line out. It's 1-1 between the two teams. It's been a closely contested affair in this opening 17.5 minutes. Daluat once again misses out. He's overcooked that line out, and that has given the Thomians position, but they have gifted it again for the Josephians with a knock forward.
The correct use of vocabulary there, Reshwan. They've just gifted the ball away off the turf, not once but twice. Josephian defense coming up. 2 line-outs so far for St. Joseph's. Both of them haven't been good, but the defense was very good on that occasion. I think it was D'Souza, the try scorer, that came up on Bulat Singanage to make that tackle.
Kawani scrums, St. Joseph's College with 3. Just the one for St. Thomas's. At the back of the scrum. Rashmita gives it out.
There's some set play from the Josephian, once again finding a little gap through the midfield. Haligoda and Akbar will have to be privy to that, as the Josephians now look to launch an attack, and there's another offside advantage if I'm not mistaken, and that's the 4th one of the game so far. Vishwarya Vansha brings his opposite number down. Now Nisit Aswella puts in a little kick, and that's a brilliant kick if he gets their chasers up, and they've forced Mayank Das to kick it out into touch.
I think referee Callum Sandruan will come into that initial infringement.
Number 10 that yanda scrum එකේ ඉඳලා එන්න කියලා. ඒසත් ඔක්කොම කියන්න. හරි.
Well, one final warning given to the Thomians going in offside. St. Joseph's College up to 1 in the corner. Put this one into touch. Well, once again in very kicking distance, St. Joseph's College have opted to go for the corner when they had one closer to the post, try and get the 3 points. But I think skipper Inosh Silva, with the way how things are going on currently, have opted to find touch and go from that line out.
This time Daluwata gets it right and hits Jayawardena. Got a bit of go-ahead ball here, the Josephians. Oh, dummy. Oh, that's a try. That's a try, Silva. Well, that dummy caught the entire Thomian defense. And in open play, you have to ask the question, where is the Thomian defense? They get the try here. St. Joseph's College have scored 3.
Brilliant from the skipper, leading from the front. Inosha Silva gets the 3rd Amana Bank try for his side. And St. Joseph's now up and running here at London Place. The Thomian defense has been quite disastrous in this opening few minutes, or rather first half. They've really struggled here. Inosha Silva once again a show and go, and 3 players gets caught to that as Inosha Silva goes over the whitewash. St. Joseph's College converts that goal conversion as well. 19 points to 5 here. The host and the holders of this Lady Jayatilaka Memorial Shield up 14 points.
Well, the Saints have definitely come marching in here as Kandappa gets the goal conversion through. 19 points to 5 now. And this game was probably going to be decided early on in how the teams start the game. And the Josephians have started this game really, really well. And they'll want to try and exit off this restart, Reshwan. That's been the only part of the game so far, including the line-out, that hasn't worked for them. They need to try and exit off this restart.
Important restart kick for the Thomians. A deep one. That's that rugby ball bounce. Looking to run from that 22. St. Joseph's have done that. They're continuing to go with that tactic as well, Abid.
It's an interesting tactic. Maybe someone from the clubhouse could shout the 4-letter word kick.
No, blue, no hands.
Akshan Rashmita hits the new try scorer, the skipper Ino Silva. This time it's not the 4-letter word that they use. They use the grubber and they kick it into the hands of one of the most dangerous counter-attack runners, Mayank Das. Sabri with a run on the corner there. Archer Mendes now. It's a pot of forwards. The Thomians need to reply, and they need to reply fast here. As Dias slots in at first receiver once again. Vishwa Akash brushes past 3 defenders and gets his team towards the 22. Here's Dias once again. Akbar floats the pass out, but it's a pass that allows time for the Josephian defense to come up. Here's Mendes. Short pass to Aman Imran. Viswari Wansa takes it forward. Kalum Sandruan getting in on the action as well here. Here's Mayank Dias. Oh, you can't give this boy even a little bit of space. Takes it in the 22. Links up with Akbar. Now the Thomians need quick ball from Mendes. Good carry forward from Vanika Surya. Makail Karunaratne is the man that the Thomians will want the ball in hand with just 5 meters to go to score another try. Just cut short. This time the Thomians, no try yet. But they present the ball very well. And this time they get the Amana Bank try.
On the line.
And it's Vishwa Akash that comes up with it. And a reply from the Thomians as soon as the Josephians just can't clear their lines, Reshwan.
That's really coming back to bite the Josephians here. And I think that try was all instrumented by Mayank Dias with that bashing run through that Josephian defense, Abid. And I think that has really given the Thomians some life back in this game. Just like that, the Thomian forwards coming into the party. An important score in the junction of this game for the lads from Mount Lavinia. And off your screens, Mayank Dias has converted his goal conversion. So they'll go back with all 7 points, bringing this game back to a 7-pointer.
Well, 19 points to 12 is how it stands right now. The Josephians will know that the Thomian defense is slacking a bit today and that they can score. Every single visit to the opposition has come. Has allowed the Josephians to score points. This time they look to try and get the restart deep as well.
And, both sides' defenses have really let them down. It's been a high-scoring encounter in these opening 25 minutes as we head into the final 10 minutes of this first half. It's been quite thrilling here at London Place.
31 points in 25 minutes from the two teams. As Dias boots this one down. That's a good kick from Dias. This time they kick. There might just have been a late charge there from the Thomians. And the referee has spotted that. As Josephians get a penalty.
Referee Callum Sandruan will have a word with his assistant Gihan Yatawara.
මම දැක්ක නම්බර් එකත් එක්කම දැක්කා. යා ඉන්ටෙන්ෂනල් කරේ. හා? පැනල්ටි. ඉලා බලන්න බා. ලේට් charge.
Here's a replay of that once again. Kick coming through. You have to feel for the boy there. He was looking to try and charge that one down, but in the process of it, took the player out. Correct decision made by the referee to award the penalty. And here's another chance. They scored the last time they came onto this part of the field, Reshwan. Daluwata needs to hit his marker.
Daluwata this time as well, he's overcooked it. And St. Thomas's will kick this one deep into their half, and that's been a brilliant exit kick. And the Thomians will breathe a big sigh of relief. And Daluwata, he's been having a tough first half with his line out throwing. Overcooks it once again. And Akbar makes no mistake. He puts a big boot in that to bring back play to their opposition half.
That's a very good kick from Akbar. Gains his team around 40 meters. This time the line out is good from Daluwatta and Jayawardena. Attacker has to roll away before Makai Karunaratne can go over that ball. And now with the penalty advantage coming, Akshan Rashmida puts the kick through.
Number 7, roll away, number 7.
And another penalty coming up for the Josephians. The discipline from St. Thomas's has been found wanting in these 27 minutes that have been played so far.
Light.
Well, surely.
Yeah.
It's been penalty after penalty being conceded by St. Thomas's in this opening 28 minutes or so. That has been a good touch finder entering the opposition 22. St. Joseph's missing out their regular kicker. But the lads who have taken that responsibility hasn't made that absence felt here. St. Thomas's will have to be careful because surely referee Callum Sandruban will run out of his patience and go into the pockets. Daluwatta once again misses out on yet another line out. Yet another Rexona line out going against the Josephians.
Jehan Manigusuriya tapping that back off the line out. And this time Akbar's boot comes into play but doesn't get the meters that his last kick did. So Josephians will have another line out from the same position. And if the Josephians can get their line out sorted, they should just have this game in the bag, because it doesn't seem like the Thomians want this game. Reshwan, the way they have been playing, not too sure if it is the big loss against the Royalists that's still at the back of their minds. It's very difficult to pick yourself up as a team when all you want to do is play for the cup, but now you have to settle for the plate. The Thomians will have to pull their socks up if they are to compete in this plate championship, and they'll have to pull their socks up fast.
Play on.
Once again, Daluwatta this time getting that line out right, but St. Joseph's College nevertheless get that ball secured. But sloppy position from St. Joseph's College as they gift away position inside their own 22 back to the Thomians.
A couple of good interventions there from Jehan Vanigasuriya,
5 minutes last.
spoiling a line out and winning a penalty. What do the Josephians have to do from here, Eshwan? Line out not working each time they get a penalty. They have turned down the 3 points as well, but they've come back with 7-pointers or 5-pointers. Is the scrum going to be an option? That's going to be something for the coaches to decide on at halftime. Have Joel Ranasinghe on the bench, who in the team sheet has the number 2 jumper. Do they bring him on? Questions to be answered for the Josephians.
Massive decision making coming up, surely not straight. Had a front row view of that throw. And now decision time for Inosha Silva, and they opt for a scrum. And I think that call against the line out surely going because Daluwatta has been having a tough first half with the line out throws.
Here's a replay of that line out once again. Nothing straight about that. Might just be the month. St. Joseph's to Ashmida. Nisit this time. Kick charge down by Akbar. Boots it forward and boots it once again. Ashmida gets past Akbar's tackle. And this time gets past Mayank Kada's Makal Karunaratne's tackle as well, but loses his footing, and they may just have knocked it on the turf.
That charge down kick has really gained some meters for the Thomians. Rashmith tried to run from his 22, but conditions here really not helping the cause for the Josephian halfback. Claimed for a high shot challenge, but just too soft. Nothing given by referee Callum Sandharuwan. There's a massive Cavani scrum coming the way of Thomians. Archer Mendes to feed in.
Well, options all around. Karunaratne can break. Ahaliagoda can hit the first. Rian Jayawardene misses the tackle, but Silva comes through. Now the Thomians keeping it in close quarters. Imran has knocked it on the turf.
Look forward. Stop.
Good work coming in, and from that scrum previously, that was some work rate from skipper Inosh Silva. The referee will have a word with the two skippers.
My call එක set වෙන විතරයි.
Well, it's been a very interesting battle between the two captains in that number 8 jersey. Abid. I think that will continue as the game goes on. Inosh Silva has quite often come on top against the Thomian skipper. But a scrum that St. Joseph's will want to clear their lines now. 4 Cavani scrums won by the Josephians, just the one from St. Thomas's College. Akash to feed in the scrum. Akshan rather, for St. Joseph's College. They've been pushed. It's a matter of now clearing things out. This time done well. Good kick into space. But now Mayank Dias, dangerous Mayank Dias.
Dias frees his hands and gets the ball to his win 3/4 Sabri Nizran. Thomians will want to get maybe at least a 3-pointer or a try. Good short ball to Vishwa Akash, who runs onto it. Mendes now goes to the short side. Dias seems to have spotted something, but the defense from Daluwatte is good. Internet Pandara. Pulat Singalage to Vishwa Akash, who's carried a lot in this first half for St. Thomas's. Quick passes from the Thomians, just not able to release it into space in time. Now Mendes to his captain, Karunaratne. Pulat Singalage once again to Akash. Spare a thought for that boy. He's carried around 3 times already in this phase of play that has gone about 15 phases. Now the ball goes into the hands of Sabri once again. Has to release that ball there. Now Arya Wansa. Mendes to Karunaratne, who steps off his right foot and stops the opposing captain Inosh Silva in his tracks. Aman Imran now with a strong carry. And now there's a penalty advantage coming up for the Thomians. They have free play here. Bulat Singalage is met with a good tackle. Need to keep recycling and playing this ball here, the Thomians. Penalty advantage coming up. Here's Alvihar once again. Jayawardene needs to release, and they'll go back for the penalty for losing his footing there. And it's right in front of the sticks. What do the Thomians do from here? It's going to be an interesting one.
Final passage of play in this opening 35 minutes. And with 3 points on offer, Thomians Will they take the gamble and try going for all 7 points? Tackler not rolling away is the call. And looks like the Thomians at the brink of half-time will opt to the post and be happy with 3 points and go into Lemons with just the 4-point buffer. This is that call against the Josephians. Call not rolling away. St. Joseph's wouldn't mind this. The Thomians opting for the 3 points. Mayakada is right in front. A regulation Alumex penalty for Dias at the brink of half-time.
Yes.
He makes no mistake. Both teams will go into the break with a 4-pointer between the two sides. Mayanka Dias gets the all-important Alumex penalty to keep the Thomians a score away from the host Josephians in this plate segment encounter. It's been a thrilling 35 minutes, Abid.
Well, 19 points to 15. That's a lot of points scored for just 35 minutes, and that just goes to show that the defenses of both teams haven't been up to standard. When they go to the sheds, they'll want to come back with a restructured defensive plan. We'll cross over for a quick commercial break, and we'll see you on the other side with second half action.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න. සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි.
අවුව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි ඩෙටෝල් අයිසි කූල්. අවුවත් එක්ක ඇති වෙන දාඩිය නිසා හැදෙන විෂ බීජ වලින් ආරක්ෂා කර ඔබේ ඇඟ 3 ගුණයකින් කූල් කරයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
Perfectly. Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
අවුව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි ඩෙටෝල් අයිසි කූල්. අවුවත් එක්ක ඇති වෙන දාඩිය නිසා හැදෙන විෂ බීජ වලින් ආරක්ෂා කර ඔබේ ඇඟ 3 ගුණයකින් කූල් කරයි.
එයාව හැල්ල බලන්න ක්ලාස් එකට go.
Black Night Go. Pocket perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence. Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
2025 TVS Apache RTR 204V.
For passion, a competitive spirit is for the night owls, the hard workers. It's for those who do and want to keep doing. Right, real energy.
Let's KFC! Making moments special. Most value for money from KFC.
ගෙවන් යන්න ෆෝන්ස් ගන්න. ළඟම ආබාන්ස් එකට යන්න. ලොකු පොඩි හැම ෆෝන්ස් ගන්න. ළඟම ආබාන්ස් එකට යන්න. හොඳම ෆෝන් එකක් ගන්න. ළඟම ආබාන්ස් එකට යන්න.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
මාස 24ක් දක්වා ගෙවීමේ පහසුකම් සමගින් මාසික වාරිකයේ රුපියල් 4999යි. අබාන්ස් ජාතියේ පරිගණක සැපයුම්කරු.
එතකොට මහත්යාරුනේ ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් ග්‍රවුට් වෝටර්ප්‍රූෆින් ස්කිම් කොට් නේ
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Pain can pause your active life. Get the all-new Move Pain Relief Spray for fast, long-lasting pain relief.
සැරටම enjoy කරන්න party එකට go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
දවසම ෆ්‍රෙෂ් වෙන්න. O3 Spirit and Freedom Perfumed Body Spray.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සහතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වගකීමක් ඇති Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun Tamari. Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun Tamari.
Well, it's been a run fest, we could say, in this opening fixture of this played segment played between the St. Joseph's College and St. Thomas's College. 19 points to 15 in that first 35. St. Joseph's College who went over for the first Amana Bank try in the game. From the start, the Thomians didn't get that collection right. Rian Javard then straight off from injury goes over. inside 4.5 minutes to give the Josephians an early 7-point lead, with Brian Fernando making no mistake with that goal conversion. But that was responded well by the Thomian forwards, where their number 2 Aman Imran went over for their first. Amana Bank tried to bring back the game to 7 points to 5, but then the Josephians through Shavina Dizoiza went over and responding well and giving the Josephians a 7-point lead. But then few moments after that, it was skipper Inosha Silva who absolutely bamboozled that Thomian defense to give the Josephians a 14-point lead heading into the final 15 minutes of that first half. Kandappa making no mistake with that goal conversion, but then it was Thomians who responded well and responded in good time to bring back play to a 7-pointer here at London Place. But at the brink of half-time, Mayank Dias making no mistake with the boot as he converted that Alumex penalty to give the Thomians just the 4-point deficit heading into Lemons as they head out first ahead of the all-important second half here at London Place. And importantly, this game played in the plate segment. These two teams do battle it out for the Lady Jayathilaka Memorial Shield. And heading into the second half, it's the holders in front by just the 4 points. A massive second 35 coming up, and that man on your screens will play a big role for the lads from Mount Lavinia.
There would have been a lot of conversation about defense in the halftime huddles. Defense is what has given away so many tries. 19 players, 15. That's 34 points in just 35 minutes. As 35 minutes will decide who takes this Lady Jayathilaka shield as the Josephians lead by 4. Thomians tap it back and get the ball. And might have just been ripped away, but Asha Mendis comes down with it. Vishwa Akash has been a standout performer in this game for the Thomians. He's carried very well. Here's Akbar, who steps off his left foot and runs right into one of his players.
Well, not the start the Thomians would have wanted. Backpedaling in the game, 19 points to 15. They needed to take some positives from that first half, but not the way the Thomians would have wanted to start off. But Daluat will once again be tested from this line out. He's had a dreadful opening 35 minutes with the line out throws. He had options to his left, Abid, but opted to go back in. But he found one of his own teammates. Massive, important Rexona line out coming up for the Josephians, and importantly for Daluat, who finds Javardhan in front.
This time getting it right, Daluat. It's going to be an important aspect of the game. Oh, breaking away. The Josephians on the short side. Satira Gunatilaka. There's an advantage coming up for the Josephians. They go with the cross kick through Nisit and finds the Thomians on the corner, and will come back for a penalty. Not rolling away this time. Many penalties given away in the first half by the Thomians. Now they've given away a penalty in a very dangerous part of the field.
St. Joseph's College now, yet another Rexona line out coming up for them. Daluvat got his first line out throw right in this second half. He'll really want to improve from that first half performance with the line out throws. Jumetta Daluvat. This time as well, he's overcooked it. And once again, St. Joseph's College have lost position, but have they won it back?
A bit of treasure hunt going on there. And the ball comes the way of the Thomians. That will be an interesting replay. Here's the replay once again. It fell the way of the Thomians. And I think that was the right call. He had no way of getting out of there. Ball was on the side of the Thomians. So it's going to be a scrum for the Thomians. There's a hit Akbar of first phase ball who slams one down the pitch. Looking for options, and was that the right option? You'd have to ask, with the player tracking back, and the defense from Rehan Varnasuri on that occasion is very good to bundle the Josephian out into touch.
Well, Kandappa really lost options on that occasion. Collected that ball well, but he had to kick. He had to use his boot. Pressure was really mounting on him. But decision making really have let him down. And once again, St. Joseph's College under some pressure.
Mikhail Karunaratne has had to do a lot of carrying, not just in this game, but right throughout the season, as Akbar hoists it up in the air. Kandappa this time kicks and finds some grass. That's a good kick from Kandappa.
Blue, get back.
Good chase as well from the Josephians as they force Mayankadas to kick it out into touch, and that's a good kick as well. That's some good counter-attack from both teams on this occasion.
Indeed, they're really good. And this is opening 5 minutes of this second half. I think both teams have really learned a thing or two from that first 35 minutes, Abid. They're trying to make those errors right in this second 35. And the team who does that better will probably be on the winning side at the end of the 70 minutes. But once again, Daluvat will need to get this one right. He's got one right in this second half, but got one wrong as well. This time. Gets back position, so no harm done. As Lian again barges his way through.
Swing it out to Kandappa, who finds the willing runner on the inside. That's Tikshana Jayasinghe. Nisit once again looks for a willing runner and hits his prop forward, Dion Peters. Now going on the short side, there seems to be a gap that the Josephians have spotted, but it closed down pretty fast. Ashmida to Nisit, who kicks across the field into the hands of Sabri Nizran. What does Sabri have in store? Steps past Rian Jayawardana's tackle.
Get back.
Prahlad Singalage playing at 9 with Archer Bendis just looking on.
Okay.
Now Mendes to Mikhail Karunaratne, who runs onto the ball with pace. That's why that little half break was there. No 50-22 on as Zaidan Akbar kicks it deep. And Kandappa calls for a mark and takes it quickly, and that should be an advantage for the Josephians as Kandappa wrestles his way to the ground. Now Ashmida to Nisit. Finds a flanker on the outside. Anthony. Ashmida. Lateral running from the Josephians with Mikhail Karunaratne over the ball. And it's Vishwa Aryavansa rather. And yes, that was holding on. So Vishwa Aryavansa wins the penalty for the Thomians. Decent rugby in these early exchanges. The messages from the coaching staffs seem to have gone through. Ari once getting there first and winning the penalty for St. Thomas's.
Play.
Oh, Saidan Akbar doesn't find touch. Didn't get good connection. And the rub of the green doesn't favour him as well. As we come back to the place where he kicked that ball into touch, it's going to be a scrum for the Josephians.
Call again pass ඔයාලගේ push එකක් එනවා එකකින්ට. Crouch back your ඊට බෝලේ දාන එකක් ඉන්න ඕනේ. Crouch. Bye. Set. Right, good.
Rashmida hits Nisit this time. That's a very good kick. That's a very, very good kick from Nisit as well. Putting Udan Bulatsingalage under a lot of pressure. Just went right back down on his back as he kicks it out into touch.
Did a brilliant kick from Nisit. At 50-22 was surely on. The bounce of that rugby ball favouring the Thomians.
Number 13.
College now
13.
once again have Rex on a line out in favour of them. With Taluat being called to throw at this line out once again. It's been under the pump throughout this 45 minutes.
Okay.
Can he come on top when it's really needed for the Josephians? Akbar has been called to the bench, and I think that's the right call. It really hasn't been his day. The line out doesn't function well from the Josephians. It sounded like a broken record, but that's how bad it has been from St. Joseph's at line out time.
Get back, get back.
Mendes to the left-footed Mayank Kadayas. Now here's a little bit of a gap right in the middle of the Thomian defense, but closes down quickly as the man who has just come onto the pitch collects the ball, but this time knocked forward from St. Thomas's. Seems to have been something that happened off the ball there.
That's been the concern from the crowd as well present here. Referee Gihan Yatawara probably spotted something. He's having a word with referee Callum Sandruan. Not getting the audio visuals though. Be very interesting to see what happens here. This was that run from the Josephians. The ball was overturned. And then skipper dropping that ball cold. Not the best of passes coming from Archer Mendes.
Number 10 kata kar. Number 10
Haruna Ratne as well, not helping the cause. Pulat Singh being called to have a word. It's a ball. Fortunate that he caught.
Kings of African Joseph has been given 1915. But the reason why the tally on the Josephian side is not increasing is because of the set piece that is to come up, the line out.
I think it's time the Josephians make some change in their personnel. Taluat, it hasn't really been his day. Continues to throw at that Rexona line out.
Time on.
Well, the day just keeps on getting worse for the Aluwate. He's overcooked it once again.
Release the ball. The ball.
Lots of cries from both teams there. Satira carries it forward. Nothing really on for the Josephians.
Well, I think that's the patience being run out by referee Callum Sandharuwan, as Vishwa Akash will head to the sin bin to spend 10 minutes.
Punching in the rock.
Punching is the rock, is the call from referee Callum Sandharuwan, and he's well and surely been penalised for that.
Well, this is where the apparent punching was. There may have been a repercussion of him being held onto, but you can't do that either way. And Vishwa Akash, who has played a very good game so far for the Thobians, will sit 10 minutes in the bin. And from that penalty as well, the Thobians have opted to go into touch.
This 10 minutes coming up will be a very decisive 10 minutes in the game, Abid. Just the 14 men for the Thobians. Josephians will want to try and use that advantage. This time the Aluwate gets it right.
And they were moving a bit too fast on that occasion. Was dislodging for a second off that maul. And they've had a player of their own in front. So it's a penalty for the Thomians. As Mayank Adas finds good touch for St. Thomas's.
Well, it was off to a quick start in that first 35 minutes, but in 15 minutes or so in the second half, we're yet to see points being scored between the two sides. This time getting it right, the Thomians, that Rexona line out. Once again, the Thomians have dropped that ball. And really, the confidence in this Thobian outfit looks quite far out. And I think that game against Royal College in that final week of that first round, really in the back of their minds. With 20 minutes to play, can the Thomians turn the tide? There are plenty of time. They are pretty capable in doing as well.
Crouch! Set!
Akash is in the sin bin, so Bakal Karunaratne comes into the front row. Running laterally once again, the Josephians. They clear the ball somehow, and they lose the ball somehow once again, but it's come off the Thomians is what the call is. So it'll be a scrum for St. Joseph's College.
Not clinical enough from the Josephians on that occasion. Coach Tulanjan Vijay Singh.
Set. Steady.
Nakala Pereira have a close eye on proceedings. And Josephians with 19 points to 5 up at one moment in that first half. Thomians have done well to crawl their way back into this game. But a good run, but once again dropping that ball cold.
The drift defense from St. Thomas's has been a concern. That's where the gap opened up. But one-on-one, Udan Bulat Singalage missed the tackle. And the play is held up, so it'll be a scrum feed in for the Thomians. But we were off to a flyer H1 in the first half, but I think the performances have been controlled from both teams, but also uncontrolled at the same time, with errors creeping into the game. It's been 50 minutes of errors. No points scored so far. Defenses have held to some extent. Mendes to Chanut Haliagoda, who once again drops the ball forward. Rashmida doesn't want the ball, he kicks it forward.
Knock forward.
And once again we go from scrum to scrum to scrum.
Mark here.
This time it's a scrum for St. Joseph's.
Joseph.
But St. Joseph's in attack as well in the second half haven't looked as menacing as they were in the first 20 minutes of the game. There's a change.
Ready?
It's in the second row for the Josephians. Nehemiah Silva comes in.
Mark here. Early push karande pa. Free kick. Mark here. Mark here meten dende. Right.
Rashmida will take a tap for the third time. This time he takes it off the correct mark. Silva. If there's anyone that can get the Josephians or retain the Lady Jaya Tilaka shield for them, it's their captain, as Kandappa makes a good intervention on the left-hand side flank. Daluatta carries strongly into contact. All right, here's another knock forward. There's another scrum coming up.
Scrum.
Looks like it's scrum practice for both these teams. The last 4 minutes, we've had 4 scrums. And now the Thomians need to get onto the other part of the field. Mayank Dias kicks it, and that's a good kick from Mayank Dias. Finds grass and also kicks it out into touch. Tikshana Jayasinghe doesn't look to take that ball, not too sure why. And he's given his team a line out, and he's forced his team into a set piece that hasn't been working. Join Albert has come on from the bench for Akbar. Needs to intervene in the midfield, in attack and also in defense. This time they go to number 4 off the line out. Number 2 doesn't seem to be working as the new man on the pitch. Nehemiah Silva gets his first carry. Here's a little backdoor pass and some space opening up for Kandappa once again, and puts a kick through. And not the right option from Kandappa.
He's overcooked that. St. Joseph's College once again can find themselves unlucky. Not been trying to go on and score. Kandappa did all the right work, but just overcooking that kick. Just too heavy. And always that bounce of the rugby ball was not helping him. So from where he took that kick, it will be a scrum in favor of the Thomians, with Archer Mendes to feed in.
Vishwakash is still in the bin, and he'd be happy that he was in the bin. If not, he would have had to be in a gazillion scrums.
Get back, get back.
Mankadais hits it out to Kandappa, who has played a very good hand so far after coming on. Tackle from Varnasuri is a good one, but now here's some space out wide for the Josephians. Dion Fernando carries it forward. Rashmida to Nisith. Penalty advantage coming up. Satira Gunatilaka. Free play for St. Joseph's. They go on the short side. Here's D'Souza, the try scorer. Steps. Udan Bulat Singalage is the last man he has to beat. But Archer Mendes comes in time to make the tackle. Here's Daluat. 7 meters away from the line now. Advantage. Still playing advantage. Rashmida. Space for St. Joseph's to budge their way through. That's the Amana Bank try. Satira Gunatilaka breaks the deadlock. It took both teams quite some time to get on the score sheet. And stringing together some phases, St. Joseph's College get an Amana Bank try. And it's 24 points to 15.
Brilliant from St. Joseph's College. They knew that they had that advantage coming up. They went all guns blazing, and Satira Gunatilaka, with his power, goes over the whitewash to give the Josephians some breathing space over the Thomians. Kandappa, just like that, makes no mistake from the goal conversion. St. Joseph's now 11 points up here, heading into the final 10 minutes. And they have surely made the Thomians pay, being just 14 men on the park.
The changes for St. Thomas's. Tisha Alvihara has been called to the bench. And the boy that has come on for Brian Fernando has played a really good hand. Reshwan Adriano Kandappa has played brilliantly well. He would have made that man proud. Lakala Pereira on your screen. It's 26-15, 11 points in it. Do the Thomians have it in them to mount a comeback in the remaining 11 minutes? Only time will tell.
And a word about Kandappa. He's absolutely been brilliant. He had to fill in the boots of Brian Fernando, who's been one of the standout performers for St. Joseph's throughout that first round. And Kandappa has really played out a brilliant game here. 10 minutes more. Can the Josephians see this 11-point lead off? Daluat carries that ball and stays and gets some meters to get out of that 22. Rashmida. He's been held up. But the big work coming in from the replacement prop forward. But now once again looks like referee Callum Sandharuwan will go into the pockets. And looks like they will always finish this game, the Thomians, with a man down. And this time it's Jehan Wanigasuriya who will spend 10 minutes in the sin bin. The Thomians comeback in this game as surely will be a mountain to climb now with just the 10 men. The 14 men rather.
Jehan Manigasuriya takes Vishwakash's place in the naughty chair. There were many offside infringements, to be fair. See where the well, was it the right player that the referee got? We'll have to see. As a replacement for Tisha Alvihara, the youngster in the number 20 jumper, Russian Fernando, comes up. Here's a try scorer, Satira Gunatilaka, who may have just scored a try that wins them back the Lady Jayatilaka Shield or retains the Lady Jayatilaka Shield for them. Josephian hit the deck, so Bulat Singalage has to release. Vishwakash comes on and puts in a good tackle. Nisith as well finds some grass. As Roja Karavita has come on and Sabrin Isran is swarmed through by Josephian. defense. That's Rian
Get back.
Chavodana. Some massive work rate from the boy. And Rashmida puts in a good kick. The Josephians have been kicking well in this second half, and that's why they've been able to get themselves into the lead.
Well, I think that's what they have learnt from that first half. Abid, we did see them always running from their own 22. That has changed in this second 35. That has really paid them dividends. They've been playing plenty of rugby in the opposition half. And just like that, the Thomians under a lot of pressure.
There may have been an ugly collision there. An animated gear Nyatavara signs to the Thomian bench. And there's another knock-on in the process. Hope the play is all right. Here's a replay of that once again. That's Joey Albert that has come on. Oh, that didn't look like a good fall on the deck for Albert. He hit his head really hard on the deck.
Good on referee Gihan Yatabar as well. Had a good view of it. Urged the medical staff to get out there as soon as possible to check the well-being of the player. So we take another look at that incident. Well, straight head onto the ground.
There's a Josephian player on the deck as well, not just Albert.
It's been a very physical second 35, Abid. Both teams have crept in with mistakes. We've had plenty of handling errors.
Both teams have wanted to make the tackle, but there's something that they haven't wanted, and that is to hold on to the ball. Dropped it way too many times in this game.
But the question is the conditions come into play? We have had showers throughout the last couple of days, very brief ones, but coming back to that talk, conditions coming into play. So, but I think the way these boys have dropped some balls, I think it's not called for. We have seen some regulation collections being dropped.
There's only so much that you can blame the weather, isn't it? We have a stat of how many balls were dropped forward. There's a Thomian legion in the crowd today. Blue card issued to both players. That means Joey Albert will go off. And also a yellow card. There's just been a game of Uno there. Changed the color from blue to yellow really fast. Not too sure who the yellow is for. Might just be for the Josephian player. We're not too sure who the player is yet. It's Hirusha Manahara.
Good to see the Thomian lad back on his feet. He's being applauded as he goes off. The blue card was shown to him.
Asis, I know Magine. Asis, me yellow card, yeah, blue card, yellow down the back.
Not clear for what the yellow card was handed over.
It's for a high tackle. Might not have been the high tackle that caused the head injury to Albert, as the Thomians kick it out into touch and they need to find a lease of life here. So it's 14 playing 14.
St. Joseph's 11 points up. 8 minutes or so left in this game. Just the 7 points scored in this second half. It was a high-scoring first half, but it's been quite a physical second 35 here.
It has to be a physical 8 minutes from the Thomians if they're going to regain this Lady Jayatilaka shield, as Aman Imran doesn't get the line out right. That was all Rian Jayawardena. Now here the Josephians running laterally. Nehemiah Silva in the 31 jumper. Oh, that should have just been booted forward by Udan Bulatsingal again.
No hands. Get back, get back, get back.
Josephians have done something well so far in this game in the second half, and that is not staying on this side of the pitch. They need to get onto the other side of the pitch. Gunatilaka hits Daluwatta. Or is this a run that makes up for all the mistakes that he has made in the line out? New scrum off on for the Josephians. They're still onside. Into the 22 now. Silva.
Advantage.
Knock on advantage.
Scrum. Yeah, boy. Okay.
Knock on by St. Thomas's while St. Joseph's were in attack. Why was advantage not played? The replay will tell us. But now St. Joseph's seem like they want it, Rashwan. They seem like they want this win.
Indeed, that run from Yumet Daluwatta. He's been brilliant with carries, even though he is not had the best of days with the line-out throws. I think his carries has been brilliant. He's put pressure on this Thomian defense. He can take some heart out of this performance. Scrum, nevertheless, in favor of the Josephians.
Bind. Sit. Steady.
New scrum off on for St. Joseph's. It's Jayasundara who hits Ino Silva, who has been dropped to the line to match the numbers and who has made a good carry. Now Jayasundara can't find Kandappa, and there's another penalty coming up for not rolling away, and this is right in front of the sticks.
Wait.
Well, a comedy of errors. Kandappa went on to take that quickly, and we may think why the urgency being showed. Up 11 points.
10. Get back.
Okay, the decision here is going to be an interesting one because it was behind the mark. And if he took the tap, that does amount to a kick. Not back 10 meters. Why is that an issue? That's not being back 10 meters just warrants an advantage. And now right in front of the sticks, the water boy runs on. Never seen a water boy run that fast with the tee in hand. He's come with the tee to say you have to take the 3.
Well, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Right in front. Go for points. And then you're 14 points up. St. Thomas will have to score twice and convert twice as well to come back. And that as well will not be enough. Kandappa now right in front. He's been having a brilliant game off the bench since coming on for Brian Fernando. He makes no mistake with that Alumex penalty. St. Joseph's now head into the final 5 minutes with 14 points up.
And from here on, the way St. Thomas's have played, there's definitely no coming back. 29 points to 15 as Kandappa kicks this one through.
Get back.
But I have a little bit of a concern as to if re-giving that penalty was correct, as St. Thomas's restart once again and they have to score twice, and scoring twice and converting twice within this 5 minutes will only give them the draw. Another advantage, this time once again for being offside. And as the concerned Legion look on, they might just have to surrender the Lady Jayatilaka Shield in 2026 as well.
Indeed, it's been a good performance from St. Joseph's. They have really, if you have had a close eye on their season so far, they have really corrected on their mistakes they have done throughout that first round. Especially they have learnt a thing or two from that first half as well, Abid. Once again, Daluwata gets this one right. Riseth goes to his boot once again, finds grass, straight to the hands. Karavita, he's being brought down.
Get back, get back.
Good counter-attack at ruck time from the Josephians. Ball given away once again from St. Joseph's to St. Thomas's rather. Jayasundara at scrum half. Can the Josephians get one more try?
Cuts back in. This has been a brilliant second half performance from St. Joseph's. They'll want to finish it off well. This time goes off the head, so not a knock forward. The play continues. Karunaratne has been quite silent throughout this game. We'll see that ball being cleared out, but it's out on the full. And when things are not going your way, it continues to not go their way for the Thomians. It's been a dreadful second 35 minutes for the lads from Mount Lavinia. That kick straight out on the full from Jovine Albert.
Well, apologies, it's not Albert that has gone off. Didn't see the number clearly. Hopefully the player that has gone off from St. Thomas's is all right. As the Thomians sack that maul pretty cleanly. Jayasundara to Nisith. Running laterally once again.
Not high tackle.
Very clearly not a high tackle as St. Joseph's take it forward once again.
St. Joseph's have really been good in keeping possession. Riyan Jayawardena with yet another one-handed collection. It's a matter of keeping that ball with them. With just a minute left on our clock, can we safely say that St. Joseph's College have managed to retain the Lady Jayatilaka Memorial Shield and go 12 points to the top of the table in this plate segment. And this will really set the tone for the games to follow this week, especially with Thurston College and Sri Sumangala College with 6 points. They'll be looking to go on and get victories to match up with the Josephians. Once again, the kick being put, and he's gone right into touch, and that will be a line out in favor of the Josephians. Well, as we approach the brink of full time, Abid, we take a look at that replay though. We have to decide on a Swiss Tech Perfect, the player of the match as well. It's been a good all-round performance from this Josephian outfit. The brain fade moment, we could say, from Archer Mendes. Collects that ball and straight away goes into touch. But not a lot of options on his side as well.
That has been the problem for the Thomians. They haven't had a lot of options. Daluwata. The dysfunctional line-out continues, but the victory will be certain for the Josephians as Albert carries it forward. Jayasena takes 3 men to bring him down. And all the Thomians could do from here is score 7 points and at least get a losing bonus point. The way this game is going,
Advantage 31.
doesn't seem like the Thomians might be able to get that score. But there's a penalty coming up for St. Thomas's once again. Getting back to that conversation, Reshwan, there have been some good performances from St. Joseph's College, especially in the second half where they switched tactics from a running game to a kicking game. I thought Nisith Aswell played pretty well. Despite the attacking line-out not being too good, the defensive line-out from St. Joseph's was good. Riyan Jayawardena tapping the ball back a couple of times, scored a try. But coming off the bench in the first half, I thought Adriano Kandappa played a brilliant hand to get St. Joseph's College into the right parts of the pitch.
Indeed, he is our Swiss Tech Perfect player of the match, Kandappa. Always not easy to come on so early, uncalled as well. Because Brian Fernando, he's been brilliant for St. Joseph's College throughout the season. He was forced to go off, and Adriano Kandappa has filled in some big boots. And that performance has been richly deserved, with him topping off with the Swiss Tech Perfect Player of the Match award. Well, looks like that's it here at London Place. Rather, last move. No, that's it. That's the win for St. Joseph's here. St. Joseph's have gone over the Thomians to retain the Lady Jayatilaka Memorial Shield in some fashion. They managed to keep out the Thomians in the second half, and it's been a brilliant all-round performance from the blue, white and blue here at London Place.
Well, they had to change tactics in the second half, Reshwan, and that's exactly what they did. They didn't allow any score from the Thomians in the second half, and that was because of the kicks that they put through. Good kicks were what got them this win in the second half, as the Josephians, for the second year running, get the Lady Jayatilaka Shield to Dali Road.
Indeed, just a brilliant work. Skipper Inosh Silva can be a proud man. He'll be taking back the honours back to Dali Road. And the Josephian faithful, they'll be happy, as a brilliant all-round performance, especially in that second 35, gives them a brilliant win here at London Place. They managed to keep out the Thomians from scoring in that second half. They have really worked on those mistakes in that first half to come on and put on a good performance in that second half. Just like that, the Josephians will remain on the top of the table in this plate segment. And a bonus point win as well. And that's your full-time score confirmation. The Josephians retain the Lady Jayatilaka Memorial Shield for yet another year, after a demanding win over the Thomians, 29 points to 15 here at London Place.
Well, it was a Josephian victory, but also a loss mentally for the Thomians on the trot. 2 losses on the trot. Now, it's just the first week of the Plate Championship, but the Thomians have 2 losses on their record and just the 2 points to show, while St. Joseph's have 12 points. So it's going to be a huge mountain that the Thomians are going to have to climb. They're going to win this Plate Championship, but in all honesty, it looks like it's a pretty far-fetched dream for the Thomians right now. And at the end of the 70 minutes, it's the Josephians that win the game. It was 19-15 at halftime, and at the end of full time, it's 29-15. 4 tries for the Josephians, winning them the bonus point as well. A much needed or very important bonus point, with 3 conversions going through as well. 1 penalty from the Josephians. St. Thomas's only could manage the 2 tries, 1 conversion and 1 penalty, all of which came in the first 35 minutes. And after coming on from the bench, Adriano Kandappa really played a big hand in this win for the Josephians. Honourable mentions to Nisit Aswell and Rian Jayawardene as well, but Kandappa is our Swiss Tech Perfect Player of the Match for today.
Indeed, kudos to the Josephians, who walk away with the victory. As we take a look at the upcoming fixtures on the cards in this Dialog Schools Rugby League 2026, we move on to the Cup segment tomorrow. A Friday evening game at Havelock Park. It's Wesley College hosts Trinity College, who have been unbeaten throughout that first round. Will take the trip down to Colombo once again to play the Double Blues. Then tomorrow the bowl segment will kick off at Rathmalana, as Prince of Wales hosts DS Senanaga College. And the other plate segment encounter played at Nittavala. St. Anthony's College will take on Thurston College there. And then 3 games lined up on Saturday evening, as St. Peter's College hosts Zaira College. And then at Havelock Park, it's Isipatana taking on Royal to wrap up the Cup segment fixtures for the week number 6. And then the plate segment game where Sri Sumangala College will host Ananda College at Pallekele to wrap up the plate segment and to wrap up the week 6 of the Dialog Schools Rugby League 2026 We have a couple of bowl segment games where Maradana College will take on Kingswood College at the Anand College grounds, and Lumini College will take on the Science College at Havelock Park on Sunday evening.
Well, that's that here from CRNFC. It's St. Joseph's College that win the Lady Jayadilaka Shield and top the plate segment. Lots of rugby action coming your way on this week of the Dialog Schools Rugby League. It's the first week of the Super Round, and I hope you're tuned for a huge weekend ahead. Have yourselves a good Thursday night.
To withstand every season. Modern designs, elegant finishes, made to match your style. Alumex handrails.
වාජ්‍ය සේවක ඔබට විශේෂී දීමනාවක් ඕනෑම ස්මාර්ට්ෆෝන් එකක් මාස 12න් ටික ටික ගෙවන්න ගන්න. අවම මූලික ගෙවීම රුපියල් 6550 සිට ඔබ ළඟම බාන්ස් එකට යන්න.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවුසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබට
අවුව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි Dettol Icy Cool.
නව Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Let's KFC. Making moments special. Most value for money from KFC.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamari.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Yes, too fresh.
නව Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Pain can pause your active life. Get the all-new Woo Pain Relief Spray for fast, long-lasting pain relief.
නව Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි. නව Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවුසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Mentos, yes to fresh.
Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun Tamari.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Perfectly. Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Built for every season. Customizable. Lightweight. Made to last beautifully. Alumex fencing system.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Yes to fresh.
Captain Cool, Captain Cool, Captain Cool. අවුව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි Dettol Icy Cool.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Ever had a ball on the classic got to go.
Black Night Go. Pocket perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
එතකොට මහත්තයාරුනේ ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් ග්‍රවුට් වෝටර්ප්‍රූෆින් ස්කිම් කොට් නේ.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි? අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් Swiss Tech නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. Swiss Tech ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න. ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Higher inverter refrigerators. What a spectacular catch.
When the world says no access.
Or this is not for you.
And it can't be done. Just say, I can. Pure, naturally healthy American water. Live more.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
For passion. A competitive spirit. It's for the night owls. The hard workers. It's for those who do and want to keep doing. Right. Real energy.
Saratama enjoy කරන්න party එකට go.
Go. Pocket perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Dawasama refresh when the train එකට go.
Night Go. Pocket
Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun Tamari.
Higher inverter air conditioner. Be chilled at any heat moment.
Introducing the 2025 TVS Apache RTR 204V.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සහතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වගකීමක් ඇති Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් Swiss Tech නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. Swiss Tech ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun Tamari.
Stand by for opener.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
3, 2, 1, roll off.
ඉතින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංකික ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare සමග.
Welcome back to ThePapare.
Welcome to the live broadcast on ThePapare.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, everyone.
The Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 television sports channel.